banned and deplatformed. One of YouTube's biggest creators just crossed the line in a major way. I've never said this in 3 years of doing YouTube, but Sniperwolf should be banned and deplatformed immediately. She has stolen millions of dollars from small creators and has endangered the life of the one person trying to hold her accountable. She cannot be trusted.
Pre-recorded video here done. Just going to show this again in addition to the Sniperwolf situation.
With the platform she has, and YouTube needs to act. And in case you think I'm being dramatic, here's a taste of what happened. Sniperwolf showed up to a YouTuber's house, threatened to confront him, and then shared the location of his home to millions of people. In fact, here's the moment where Jacksfilms found out that Sniperwolf had doxed him.
How would she know that?
How the does she know where we live? Leave me alone.
She's in the house right now, Jack.
Oh, so it is normal for people to, you know, if they don't know you and don't want you to know, leave them alone. Yeah.
Shut up.
Call the police. Actually,
Wait, what?
call the police.
No, there's a video.
She's outside your house right now.
What the?
She's outside our house.
Record this right now.
Doxing you.
No, I'm not getting out, dude. That.
Hold on. I'm gonna go
And-
outside.
Aaron,
No,
Aaron,
don't, do not.
Don't, please don't.
This all started with something I've referenced previously, which is the ongoing feud between Jacksfilms and Sniperwolf. See, Sniperwolf is a React creator, which is a particularly controversial genre of content, especially on YouTube, because it often relies on re-uploading someone else's content to make a fortune without doing any work.
Reactors are ultimately avoiding work and pushing themselves above everyone else with unlimited unpaid labor and giving none of the profit generated from this labor back to the ones who performed it.
And Jacksfilms has a long history of criticizing React content, dating all the way to Ray William Johnson. He's been doing this for years.
Come up with something original on your own. You know I can't do that. Just try. You're saying I need to come up with an original thought by myself without the internet clips. Yep.
And recently, that's included Jack aiming particular criticism at Sniperwolf. Because while he's made fun of creators that use reacting as a part of their income, or at least put some level of effort in, he's particularly harsh on creators who owe an entire fortune to React content.
You know the phrase work smarter, not harder? Well, Sniperwolf does neither. She just steals and doesn't credit anyone, and has become a zillionaire in doing so.
In fact, she's arguably the most exploited person in this genre. Her reactions are always just summarizing what she's watching with no input.
Oh, it's like glitter glue in a bowl. Oh, pick it up, pull it out, get rid of it.
Basically the kind of stuff AI is able to do now because it doesn't require perspective.
He's grabbing noodles. Yes. Okay. He's just putting some stuff over the salmon.
But it gets even worse. In order to run mid-roll ads, a YouTube video has to be at least 8 minutes. With mid-roll ads, a creator can
Content cop. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I would usually shout something out or always show the channel and stuff, but yeah, I mean that's why in this video we made sure to put the this channel name and the link in the description, because we want to give Jimmy Robbins credit for this. Going over this situation is actually making me think on how I want to make sure and shape up my content a little better, because I don't want to be like her in any way, that's for sure.
can go from running 2 ads per video to now 5, 6, or even more. In other words, you have the opportunity to make way more money by using mid-roll ads. And in Sniperwolf's case, there are instances where she doesn't film enough
like
to produce
resting bitch face.
8-minute video. So you would think she would just take a shorter video since she's already made her fortune, right? No. On more than one occasion, she's played TikToks without even reacting to them in order to pad things out and cross the 8-minute mark.
Where did the Sniperwolf go? This is textbook freebooting. This is the literal definition of freebooting.
So in order to fight back against this, Jack embarked on a project where he openly satirizes Sniperwolf. This mainly relies on reacting to her React content, but showing how a reaction can actually put in effort and credit the original creators.
Random graphic that adds nothing and says something that makes no sense. Gamers, we have a fucking bingo. Let's go.
That is too much.
Okay. There's no credit nowhere. So, you know, this creator will never ever get compensated or recognized.
And don't get me wrong, he's persistent, but the goal has clearly always been accountability. He's never made it personal, but she responded to his criticism with a series of personal attacks, despite Jack never resorting to that. This included her crying sexism, despite the fact that
Damn.
Jack mostly criticizes male reactors.
Wah. I
Can't stand that a female YouTuber is getting more views than me, even though I make the same content. Grr, life is hard.
can't stand that a female YouTuber.
Of course, typical sexist. Fucking, yeah, it's always sexism.
Is getting more views than me. Is it because, as she suggested, that I'm sexist and only go after female reactors? Well, no, 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 and no.
As well as just insults about his appearance.
The only thing that is funny about you is your hairline.
This escalated even further with the recent upload where Jack basically made a tutorial teaching creators how to hold Sniper Wolf accountable for stealing their content.
Something pretty great happened. More creators started sharing their stories of Sniper Wolf stealing their content. And after hearing about Mikey's victory, they too filed removal requests, just like he did. And the funny thing is, it worked. We noticed that a few videos had gotten shorter after the clips were removed.
Because the whole problem with React content is the original creators aren't paid for helping produce the Reactors' content. In fact, they're usually not even credited. So Jack telling creators how to hit Sniper Wolf where it hurts, you can see how she wouldn't be happy with that. So okay, if last time she responded with personal attacks, what do you think she did this time? Maybe she took to Twitter again, maybe she made a silly diss track, something like that, something fun, right? No, she showed up to his house, took a video of his home, put it on Instagram, and effectively doxed him to her 5 million followers. So here's the thing, I really need to make this clear. When creators' addresses have been leaked in the past, it has led to disasters. In the case of Meg Turney and Gavin Free, the stalker broke into their home and they had to hide in their closet because they didn't know if they were going to be attacked.
New Mexico man dead after breaking into YouTube stars Gavin Freed and Megan Turney's home.
Not good. In the case of Jake Paul leaking his own address, you had public
Logan Paul and Team 10 mobbed by fans at Jake's house in West Hollywood.
disturbances because thousands of people were showing up to see him. Not good. And in the case of Ethan and Hila Klein, they had to deal with swatting until forced to eventually move. What's swatting?
You know, as much as I don't like a lot of Ethan Klein's content, like his wife, I think his wife is really kind of cool. I don't have anything, and I think Ethan in general is a good guy. Like, you know, I don't really care for some of the stuff and their opinions, I guess, but that's just fucking shitty.
It's when you call the police and lie about there being imminent danger at a certain address, so they break down the front door with a SWAT team.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Bye.
What is that?
We just got
part?
swatted.
Well,
But
it
so
seems less intense.
it's been happening so much now that they just call me.
This has led to pets getting out, this has led to people getting injured, and it's led to people dying. It is not a joke, and it's not an exaggeration to call swatting attempted murder. As a creator of her size, not to mention a woman, because unfortunately female creators tend to face
Amaranth says stalker tried breaking into her house again and left mysterious package.
greater harassment than their male counterparts, there's no way that Sniper Wolf didn't know exactly what she was doing by doxing him. Now, this all happened last night, and obviously that's insane behavior, unacceptable, inexcusable, right? We can all agree on that, right? Yeah, apparently not, because Sniper Wolf has spent the whole night defending herself. But in response to being doxed, Jack took to Twitter saying, Sniper Wolf just doxed me on her Instagram. Creepy, gross, violating. What you do is disgusting. You steal content and stalk YouTubers. At YouTube, demonetize this dangerous creator or just get her off your platform. She posted an IG story right outside her home and deleted it. She literally posted a video of the outside of our house for all of her 5.6 million followers to see, then deleted it. In what universe do you think that's okay? In what reality do you live in where you think this behavior is justified? It's time to get her off the platform. She's no longer a silly little creator that steals content, teehee. She's a creep that stalks and threatens her critics. Nah, that. Time to get her off YouTube. I couldn't agree more. I don't see how you could possibly disagree with what Jack's saying here, right? It seems like common sense. right? Oh, well, don't worry. Sniper Wolf ran right to Instagram in order to defend herself, saying, this creep has been harassing me for months, then plays victim saying I threatened him when I just wanted to talk to him. I have no ill intentions. It's so sad when people have to constantly create drama to pay their bills. Okay, let's really unpack this for a second, shall we? Harassing? You showed up to his house. He's been criticizing you, trying to make accountability happen. Not the same thing. You're the one harassing him now. 2, if you just wanted to talk to him, why not DM him and ask him to meet in person to iron this out, you fucking psycho. So according to Sniper Wolf, this is fine, right? Really think about this for a second. If I were to do this, I showed up to her house, filming the front of it, and asked my audience if I should knock on the door and confront her. What do you think her response to that would be? Someone who looks like this, a smaller creator no less, doing it to her. She would make sure I was spending the night in a cell and file a restraining order.
Exactly.
Yet when she does it, it's okay. And she spent months
Because she's a woman. Let's just be honest about it. That's where she thinks that she's going to be protected from any of this because she's not a dude. I mean, she wants to be sexist. I can be sexist too. I think she knew, I agree with this guy. I think she knew exactly what she was doing, and now she's playing all this bullshit.
trying to paint Jack as being just some incel, and she continued doing
Incels on the internet need to take all their anger and frustration out at the gym. Why waste so much time being weak and angry when you can be stronger and work to have a better outlook on life? Yeah. You know, why, it's come out. So she just recently, her and her ex had split, and it's revealed that she's been making deals without him knowing and stuff, and they supposedly own her YouTube channels like 50-50. And oh my God, I've never seen, like, greed really begets greed even more, and money, big amounts of money and power. It just, I can't even like, no wonder. Oh, like at least back in the day, her dude was filming the gaming content, and she was, you know, if she wanted to, you know, I mean, at least back, you know, now she's going and just, I can't believe she doesn't even show the person's page, like, or anything. Like, it looked like she went out of her way to hide any identifiable stuff on it.
doing that in order to defend her actions.
This guy's entire channel is just me. Every single video for the past few months has been about me. And it's just like on me. And then his streams, this dude is just like low-key harassing me. Like, should I get a restraining order?
What does him having a wife have to do with anything? It's also hilarious that she keeps insisting that Jack's only doing this for money. Like, just because that's the only reason she does anything, she only makes content to steal from other people, doesn't mean he does. Like, not for nothing, but it's very clear that Jack is pretty well off, so I don't know where she thinks that he needs to pay the bills. She also posted a meme saying, ew,
He should just show, and I wonder if his videos about her are monetized. And if he's doing good, fine on his other stuff, I would just unmonetize them if they are and be like, all right, look, now I'm doing it specifically to teach you a lesson.
Stepped in people who talk in DMs then suddenly become the victim when I say something mean back. That's not.
You didn't say anything mean back. You were outside of his fucking house. You basically were like, no life, Mike. You fucking pointed the camera at the fucking house.
What happened? You escalated it. If you say something mean in response to someone saying something mean, that's fair game if it's the same like tone and severity.
Did you hear that, hillbilly? Filthy. If y'all start with main shit at me first, it's fair game. Alright, you can try, you're not gonna scare me with your little smear campaigns of thinking you're gonna take my shit, and every person you show it to out of context is gonna believe it and never see the full context ever, and you know, fuck all that.
Jack made a public criticism about your content, and you decided to put his life in danger. Not a good
Just like No Life Mike did, just like people like Oh, Seth Robinson is done with books. And yeah, I know I just said his name. Just like they've been trying to figure out where the fuck Bird lives. You know, yeah, people, I mean, and they're gonna be like, oh, of course he's making it. But I'm illustrating how this situation and seeing how much, because these are big channels, it's getting a lot of attention. That's what people around this sector and this algorithm need to do for the people that are doing it around here that aren't as big. We need to put them on the spotlight.
Comparison. It's hilarious how desperate she is to intentionally miss the point. She even went on to say 400 videos online on someone, but wanting to talk in real life goes too far. Modern men are actually a joke. So once again, she's playing the gender card in order to distract from the very real things that she's
That's why I don't feel bad about saying that she didn't think she'll get backlash from this because she's a female. Whoopsie.
I don't think even the most alpha of men goes too far. Modern men are actually a joke. So once again, she's playing the gender card in order to distract from the very real things that she's doing wrong. Also, like, I'm a wimp, don't get me wrong, but I don't think even the most alpha of men would be able to handle an army of millions or a literal SWAT unit, which is exactly what she's sending after him. Like, it's actually hilarious the ways that she's trying to rewrite her actions. And Jack responded to these posts saying, I have no ill intentions. Sniper Wolf, you showed up to our home tonight and filmed it for your 5+ million Instagram followers to see. That's called doxing. The harassing you claim I've been doing is documenting recent examples of you stealing creators' content, stealing jokes, and failing to provide transformative commentary. Obviously, it struck a nerve, but wow, doxing me was not on my bingo card. There is no reality where you're in the right here. Imagine defending doxing. Cringe. Delusional. Anyways, Team YouTube, you up? Got time to ban a literal stalker? And Jack's wife Erin even took to Twitter saying, Dear YouTube, I am not a creator, but my husband is. Tonight, Sniper Wolf came to my home, posted it on her Instagram for all to see, and tried to instigate a confrontation. I now have to worry about what she, as one of your favorite creators, or any of her many fans, may do to harm me or my family. I am a regular human being that works a normal 8-to-5 corporate job that happened to fall in love with a YouTuber. She might claim that she is coming after a bully, but she is actually stalking and doxing normal people with no power. I am an example of this. I beg you, what can you do to help us?
It's nice to know that I'm not the only person that has to really, I like to really say everything I want to say in one thing. And if I can't, I'll just continue it on in the next.
To keep us safe. Now, Sniper Wolf pretty quickly deleted the post because she documented herself committing a literal crime, but she kept defending herself in the most absurd way. Accusing me of doxing is defamation. I have no
There's a video of you doing it. Just because you deleted it doesn't mean that hello. Huh.
idea how to dox. He literally posted his address on Google and said I threatened him and doxed him. To which Jack responded, you posted a video tonight of you outside our home for your 5+ million followers to see while my wife and I were inside. I can't make it any simpler than that. If that's not doxing, why did you delete it? Also, even if you found his address on Google, that doesn't mean he put it there. Like, do you really think content creators are putting their own addresses on Google? Like, there are services like White Pages that do that sort of thing against people's will. Are you kidding me? Like, it's so obvious that she realized she took it too far because now she's desperately trying to be like, doxing, I don't even know what that is. A YouTuber with tens of millions of subscribers. I don't know what that is. How could I possibly know? And like, you could see the censored post. It was literally the front of his house. There's a guy who can take a pixel and find exactly where in the world the picture was taken on GeoGuessr. Like, it was doxing him. And the backlash to this has been immense. Like, within hours, every creator was bashing Sniper Wolf because this is every content creator's worst fear.
What?
And this immediately started
Somebody
trending
can
on
just
Twitter,
buy a
Google.
picture,
Like,
find out where it's
to which
at.
Jack responded, you posted a video tonight of you outside our home for your 5+ million followers to see while my wife and I, that's not doxing. even if you found his address on Google, that doesn't mean he put it there. Like, do you really think content creators are putting their own addresses on Google? Like, there are services like White Pages that do that sort of thing against people's will. Are you kidding me? Like, it's so obvious that she realized she took it too far, because now she's desperately trying to be like, doxing, I don't even know what that is. A YouTuber with tens of millions of subscribers. I don't know what that is. How could I possibly know? And like, you could see the censored post. It was literally the front of his house. There's a guy who can take a pixel and find exactly where in
A pixel, my friend. It's just a random parked truck. No, it's not.
the world the picture was taken on GeoGuessr. Like, it was doxing.
That's fucking scary that somebody can take a picture and possibly find the actual latitude, longitude.
And the backlash to this has been immense. Like, within hours, every creator was bashing Sniper Wolf because this is every content creator's worst fear. And this immediately started trending on Twitter because this is insane behavior. Like, to put this into perspective, this is something Jake Paul did, showing up to surprise a critic, except when Jake did it, he did it at a public setting, not the guy's home.
Are you trying to find me? What up, fam?
Really think about that. The guy who is known for being one of the most like disgusting lowlifes in YouTube history.
Jake Paul did a diss track about, the people that teach the youth of America, teachers who make 30 grand a year and who take care of your piece of shit kids every single day. Yeah. Jake Paul did a diss track about those people.
Wouldn't cross the line that Sniper Wolf just did. I just can't imagine doing all of this and then playing the gender card, not even for the first time, and then just like acting like you're too stupid to understand it. What is this? Like, I don't even have a problem with her hating Jack and trying to get him to stop criticizing her, but this isn't how you do that, you fucking psycho. And the best part about this as a creator is knowing that YouTube's probably not going to do anything about this. Hey YouTube, all those feel-good emails you send us about wanting us to feel safe and secure, how about you start here by making an example of your golden child putting a creator's life at risk just for speaking out against her? Oh, what's that? You're going to disable playlists instead? That's just great, YouTube. Thanks.
YouTube, do something! End stream.